Hey, and welcome to another lesson. Now we're going to do something a little bit different today. We're going to start looking at the different religions that we have across the world, and specifically the religions in the United Kingdom at the moment. So I'll be releasing a series of different videos on all the major religions that we find here in Europe, and then we'll be sort of doing a little deep dive, finding out a little bit about this. So this first one is just to talk specifically about religions in the UK, give us an overview to understand what our country is really made up of. Because often we live in communities where we see people who are like-minded to ourselves, but the reality is we're a big, diverse country with lots of different beliefs, lots of different thoughts and ways of looking at the world, and the way that we get along is by understanding one another. So actually learning about religion, understanding religion is really, really vital. So let's have a look at an overview of the United Kingdom. Now what I've got here is a bar chart which shows the different percentages of major religions that we have in the United Kingdom. You can see that there is one big religion that dominates about 60% of the whole country. This is based on the last census that was done in 2011. So some of these figures might be a little bit different for today, but they're generally quite accurate. So 60% of the country, that is an overwhelming majority, is of one particular belief. We've got another here, 32.9% of a different belief. And then we've got a series of much smaller religions in the UK at 4.4, 1.3, 0.7, 0.4 and 0.4%. So we're a country that has lots of different beliefs, but we are mostly predominantly one religion. So could you guess what religion you think the United Kingdom is mostly? Pause. Well, you may have got it. The most popular religion in the United Kingdom is this one, Christianity. Okay? Christianity. And it makes up around 60% of the population. So it is by far the most common. It might not be in your particular area or in your street or in your city, but if you take the country as a whole, it is the most popular religion. In fact, Christianity has played a really big part in shaping the United Kingdom, in the morals of the government, the law, even down to the fact that we have weekends. So we're going to have a little look at that in more detail. So that's the biggest religion we've got in the United Kingdom. I'm going to skip this one for a second. We'll come to that one last. Let's have a look at this. It's quite a rather small religion here at 4.4%. Okay, so quite a small religion. It is growing in Britain. That religion there would be Islam. So, Islam. It's kind of the third largest, I guess. But we've got Islam there, which is around 4% of the country. I'm rounding these up and down, by the way. Let's have a look at another one that we've got here at 1.3%. So at 1.3%, let me just check that I don't get this one wrong, we've got Hinduism. Hinduism here, which is around 1%. Okay, Hinduism. Then we've got even smaller than Hinduism, we've got this one up here, which is Sikhism, which is around 1% as well. And then coming down to even smaller, at around 0.4%, we've got Buddhism, which is 0.4%. Haven't really rounded that one, have I? And Judaism, again, which is 0.4%. So, the predominant religion of the country is Christianity at around 60%. Then going a long way down, a very small religion being Islam, but obviously it's very big in our community. We've got Hinduism, which is less, Buddhism, Sikhism, and Judaism being one of the smallest religions in the country. So you can see that's a lot of different religions, that's a lot of diverse beliefs. What we're going to do is each lesson I'm going to produce, we're going to deep dive into each of these to understand them a little bit more. Now there is one big block here that I left off, okay, at around 32.9%. Okay, can you guess what that might be? Could you have a little pause? Well, these are people who have either no religion or have not stated a religion. So they either actively don't believe in a God or they just don't feel themselves to be part of any religion. And this is obviously a large and growing part of our country. So people who don't go to mosque, don't go to church, don't follow any books, don't believe in any gods, and they have a different way of looking at the world. So that's another important thing that we'll have to look a little bit at. Actually, quite interestingly, this is as a percentage of the country as a whole. I did a lot of research. This pie chart will look a little bit different if you take the youth. So people under 30, it changes quite a lot. And that 30% of no religion becomes 70%. So in Britain, if you are between 16 and 30, so if you're between the ages of 16 and 30, 70%, which is this big chunk here, this is from the study, a European-wide study from the BBC, have no religion at all. So it's really important that we kind of understand where those people are coming from, as well as understanding where all these other different religions are coming from if we are to fully understand our country. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing over the series of these lessons, and we'll do a little bit of work that's attached to it, and I look forward to seeing your feedback.